This is going. Hello everyone, it's Rhiannon again. I wanted to make a quick little follow-up video. For those of you that follow me on Instagram, I posted a kind of quick little story regarding divorce and that I'm going through one and have been going through one actually for the better part of a year. God, this is not set up well. I am sorry. Please forgive me. And I've been going through one for the better part of a year. It wasn't an ugly divorce, and you know, kind of embarrassingly enough, it's my second. I'm not proud of that. I was married 10 years to my children's father. We were married at 18 years old, 18 and 19. I had just turned 19. We were, high school sweethearts, big baseball family. I actually kept the scoreboard for when Wes played. And so I guess I shouldn't say his name, but, he's baby daddy. And I kept the scoreboard, and, I love baseball players, and it was just, he was my best friend. And so we were married from that point until I was 28. Then I remarried like a year and a half later and married my second husband, who, you obviously think that it's going to last forever. Especially on your second one. I do hate to say, but it actually, your chances of staying married actually go down with each marriage, which is unfortunate. And I was married to him for 10 years as well. So while the stat isn't great that I've been married twice, at least the tenure is fairly good. I've spent longer being married than I have been unmarried and alive. So, anyway, I posted on my Instagram story that I was sitting in the attorney's parking lot and that I had the paperwork and I signed it. He and I have been going back and forth trying to figure out what we wanted to do. I guess some mild dragging of the feet on both parts. Divorce is not fun. I had already moved on. He had moved on. So it was really just the financials that needed to get straightened out, which most divorces are way worse and way tougher than this one was. So when I posted that yesterday, I included some verbiage about abuse and verbal abuse and narcissism. And while I'm not trying to trash him at all, because last I heard, he has gotten straight and improved his life in the same manner that I have improved mine, which I hope, continues to be the case for him. I wish him the best. We didn't work out. But I wish him the best, and I truly, 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 truly mean that. So when I talk about verbal abuse and narcissism, I'd like for everyone to not just think of him. Think of anyone that you have met in your life, or think of a current spouse that you're with, or think about maybe having someone you dated that was the same way. It's a bad thing, and unless it's a blatant case of verbal abuse, it is a slow progressing type of abuse that is actually, it kind of plays with your head, and you don't realize at the time that you're getting sucked into this mentality of thinking that you're worthless and thinking that you are these bad qualities, whatever they're calling you. And this goes for men too. There are some women I know that are awful to their husbands. So this is not exclusive to women only. But it just starts out with, God, like, you think that of me? I'm not like that. To over time, when someone says something to you enough, it starts to soak into you, and you start thinking, well, hell, maybe I am that bad. Maybe I am worthless. Maybe I am, the piece of shit that, he says. Maybe I am selfish. Maybe I need to work on these things, and it is my fault that we're unhappy. And that is what they want you to do. I don't think everyone is, I don't know what the word is for that. I don't think everyone else is like a sociopath where they plot this out that they are going to get into their significant other's head and just start fucking shit up. I think that they have issues themselves. I think that they, somewhere along the line, develop their own insecurities and their own deep issues that they don't know that they're doing it. And, they end up feeling better about themselves when they put you down for whatever reason that may be. So over time, you start thinking these things that they're true. You start beating yourself up about it. Every argument you feel like is your fault. And then you might turn in to someone that you don't like, and you might develop habits that are awful, and you don't realize what you're doing, which was the case for me. I'd always enjoyed drinking from, the time I was 17 or 18. I enjoyed, hanging out with friends and having a beer and, whatever. It was never an issue for me, and I was never crazy in high school. I was never, never did anything alcohol-induced that I regretted until I was an adult. And the alcoholism gene is not in my family really per se. My parents neither drank. I was never around it. They didn't smoke. It was not something that I was influenced by. This was a decision and an outcome that happened due to my own choices and due to the amount of time that I allowed myself to be a part of these things. Over time, it went from just drinking, socially drinking, to I ended up with, a handle in my closet that I would go take a shot from and go back about my day. And it wasn't day drinking. When I did it, it was at night. I didn't wake up at like 10 a.m. and need a mimosa or a shot of Tito's to get my day going. Certainly nothing like that. And it wasn't every night I was, plastered, but it got to being that point. And if he and I started arguing, or if he and I got in a fight and I was triggered, I went upstairs and I took a shot, and that's what happened. So that's how my life ended up being for a very long time, and I hit it, and I was fine with it. I thought, this numbs the pain. This is the way it's going to be. I feel fantastic when I'm drinking, to the point where hangover started, and it was affecting my job, and there was days when I couldn't go to... I went to work. Only one time that I actually had to leave due to a hangover, but it was World Series, and so I blamed it on the fact that I stayed up watching the Cubs win, when in reality, I was just doing what I normally did, which was get plastered. And it just started affecting me. Every day I woke up and I looked in the mirror and I'm like, who are you? You're already getting older. Why are you making these decisions that are, it's making your skin look awful? Like I didn't know if it was age that I was looking bad. I didn't know if the puffiness in my face was because I do have autoimmune. I have a thyroid thing. I wanted to know what was causing this. And I wanted to cut out alcohol. And I couldn't do it for the longest time. I'm talking years of, I'm only going to drink on the weekends. Well, then Thursday became the weekend, and then Monday became the weekend. Or if there was a baseball game, I'm a big baseball girl, then I wanted to have a beer when I watched the Braves play. And you just talk yourself out of the parameters that you put yourself into when you have an addiction. It starts out great, and you mean well, and you're going to stick to it, but over time, you end up being right back where you were. And I never fully said I have to quit either. It was always I won't drink on this day, or I'll make it 2 days before I have a beer on Thursday. Thursday. I'll wait till Thursday. It was hell waiting till Thursday. I was basically had a clock ticking until I could have that drink. And then when Thursday came, I drank 25 drinks. Not that many, but you know what I'm saying. Whereas a normal person might have one or two, I was making sure that I was getting, fucked up. Because I was like, finally the reward for waiting, you deserve this. That's Olive. And so it was bad, and I never stuck to it. So I'm talking years, at least 4 or 5 years of this roller coaster game of, I'm going to only drink this time, or I'm not going to drink at our marketing lunch, or I'm not going to drink at this event at dinner. It doesn't work. It didn't work. I got to a point where I finally did have to just say, you guys stop. You're killing yourself. You are a disappointment to your children. You have got to get a hold of this. It's a problem now. Do I think I was an alcoholic? I don't want to put that label. I don't like that label. No one says you were a smokeaholic, or, a sugaraholic or a foodaholic. There's such a negative connotation when you plaster a label on something that you do. So, I had a drinking problem that evolved from a miserable marriage, from a society that tells you, hey, it's Thursday, it's Thirsty Thursday. Hey, the Super Bowl's on. Beer. Hey, brunch is on Sunday. Bottomless mimosas. To, hey, we're all going out for drinks after work. It was such a hard day. We're going to reward ourselves. To all these reasons to drink, and no one was giving me a reason not to drink. I was giving me a reason not to drink because when I woke up, I hated that woman that was looking back at me in the mirror. I was sick. It was making me sick. And I could not control it, so it had to go. So fast forward during that 4-year span of the roller coaster drinking to finally getting the balls to leaving my husband because I did not want a second failed marriage. Plus, I did not know how I was going to support myself. Thankfully, the universe and the stars aligned, and I ended up getting a good marketing job that also gave me a reason to drink, but it also gave me income and confidence that I wasn't those things that he said. I was useless. I could make money. I was smart. I can do this. To finally meeting a man that loves me, that treats me with respect, that, is there for me, who actually said, I'll quit drinking with you. I don't need it. If you got a problem and you want to not do it, I'm in this with you, and he's not had a drink in as long as I've not had a drink. So, a lot happened in that 4 years. This was not a light bulb, turn on, turn off moment. My light bulb went on and off a lot until it finally just stayed on. And one day led to a week, and a week was 2, and oh my God, I'm doing this. I hadn't went a week or 2 without drinking forever, since I was pregnant, it was insane. I was reading books and listening to Audible, and there was accounts on Instagram that helped me, and every day I would, open my phone and look at certain sober apps, certain sober accounts, and their words were like, someone else felt like this. Someone else is like me. I'm not alone. You're not crazy. You're not a piece of shit. Your drinking problem is something that other people have. I didn't have to go to AA. Nothing wrong with it. I didn't have to go, through a 12-step program. I'm strong enough. I did it. But I did need their help. And those people mean so much to me that I was like, I want to do that. I want to help people not drink. I want people to be like, hey, you don't look like a homeless person under the bridge with a drinking problem. Hey, you're a professional. You make money. You have a good job. You struggled. You have kids. They're successful. You struggled. You drank too much. Are you kidding me? To that person that got my message to being like, I can do this too. I don't have to drink. I'm okay. Like, I can do this. So, dog just went outside. That is my platform now. I want to help women and men, but I obviously identify with what a woman goes through, to get to a point where whatever triggered your drinking, it can stop and you can get a hold of it. And this ties back in to my marriage post where I had so many women message me, oh my God, I'm with someone like that. Oh my God, I'm married to someone like that. To knowing that I need to actually probably touch on verbal abuse, and in a way that doesn't circle around and make you think that I'm just talking about my ex, because I'm not going to drag him through the mud at all. Verbal abuse is definitely something that we need to talk about as women, and what we allow men to say to us. So I'm going to post a lot of different videos on a lot of different topics that affected me, and what my experience is, and what my opinion is on it, and hopefully be able to help you guys along the way. So again, follow me at Rhi.Purpose on Instagram, or Purposely Sober on Facebook. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.